You're listening to Ambitious AF, a podcast that will help you level up, find positivity, and put yourself on top right now and every day for the rest of your life. I'm your host, Caroline Lewis, and each week I will bring you a guest or thought that will motivate you to get out of bed every morning with the willingness to succeed. Being ambitious means you are proud of who you are and everything you've accomplished. Only you can make that happen, though. But with the help of this podcast, you will rise to the top. You will find success. You will believe in yourself and manifest happiness. And most importantly, you will become ambitious AF. I know you are eager to begin, so let's get started. All right. Hello, everyone. It is actually Wednesday, May. Oh my gosh, I almost said March. May 20th, 2020. And to be honest, I almost forgot to record this week's episode. I know, it's crazy. It's about, let's see, what time is it? It's almost 9 o'clock at night, and I was sitting on the couch with my dog Scarlett, just enjoying a free night, which my nights have been super busy, just a lot of training and consulting and all that kind of stuff. And I looked at her and I was like, oh my gosh, today's Wednesday, not Tuesday. I have to record a podcast. So here I am, committed to give you one every Wednesday because I know I love hearing different motivational podcasts, especially on Wednesday, right? To push you through the rest of the week, and especially this week. Hopefully you guys have a long weekend, maybe a 3-day weekend. I know with the quarantine and everything going down, a lot of places are still locked down. So maybe it just means spending more time at home. I'm not too sure, but I know I'm fortunate enough to take a break, go to the beach this weekend. I do think it's going to be open. The weather might be a little bit iffy, but for me, it's just spending time with my sisters and the boys. So we're super excited for that. But anyways, I just wanted to jump right into this week's podcast. I almost switched it up, but then I remembered last week's podcast about be, do, have quality of life and taking action in that order. And I realized, you know what? It's probably time I talk a bit about the law of attraction and manifestation in my own words, because I know, especially right now, the law of attraction might be getting a little just overdone a bit. And I usually only listen to like true manifestation coaches when it comes to this stuff, but I've also have witnessed the law of attraction and my own manifestation totally manifest my entire life in a positive way. So I love talking about this topic, which is why I wrote an entire book on it. It is going to be edited in June, which means hopefully I will have it ready to be published by like July or August, I'm hoping, and it's going to be my first published book ever, so wish me luck, and I'll definitely talk about it more once it's a little bit more final. But essentially, I got into the law of attraction, I would say, probably around November of last year, right? So maybe October, but up until then, I mean, as you guys know before, I was really struggling. I just had no idea where my life was going. I had no ambition, which is funny, right? Because my podcast is Ambitious AF. I had no ambition. I had no drive. I had no motivation. Mainly because, you know, my mom died and I felt like my whole world was flipped upside down. And I just had this like bitter conception of the world. How dare the world, God, take my mom and have her suffer the way she did? How dare, you know, the universe do that to myself and my family and her, because she was a very, very amazing woman. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, she just touched so many people. She literally was a gift from God. I've obviously realized now. But at the time when I was really struggling, I was just mad. I was mad that the universe diagnosed her with lung cancer from not even being a smoker, right? I was mad that the doctors kept telling us false diagnoses and We thought she was in remission, and then she gets diagnosed with brain cancer, which is like a million times worse. I was mad that she couldn't fight it, and her body couldn't fight it, and I couldn't do anything to make her body fight anymore. And then of course, you're just mad at everyone complaining about the littlest things, because, I would snap at them and be like, you have no idea how lucky your life is. So I was bitter. I was a bit of a bitch. I had no conception of the law of attraction, and that I was only attracting negativity because I was putting out negativity. And I got into the law of attraction work because I just hit rock bottom mentally. And I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I didn't even see... I would joke around with my boyfriend saying like, yeah, if I even make it to 30, and this was like last year, so I was 27 years old. And I just had this mentality that, I just didn't care. I didn't care anymore whether I lived or died. I didn't care what type of life I created. I put all of those goals and all of my big dreams, success dreams, in the gutter, because my only theory was I'm just going to live life however it's given to me. And the sooner I can die, the better, because that means, I was one step closer to seeing my mom. And that didn't mean I was suicidal, right? Because I was just leaving it up to fate at that point. But it meant I had no purpose. I had no willingness to succeed. I had no determination. I had no energy because of this. So I thought for the rest of my life, I was just going to live like this. And I literally thought I wasn't going to have any kids, because I knew I was just going to be bitter my whole life. And I was just going to live and die a very bitter person. And I was actually okay with that at the time. Until I think my mom kind of reached out to me in a dream, because I think she knew that I really did give up, and she wanted to help me. And I can't remember the dream exactly, but it was her, of course, reaching out to me and pushing me to do better. And I woke up feeling this sense of appreciation and love and acceptance, and also drive. And from there, she kind of like blessed manifestation work into my life. I can't remember the exact moment that even got me started, if I'm being honest, but I just literally woke up and was like, law of attraction, this is why my life is going the way it is. And then from that like epiphany, I decided to study the law of attraction and manifestation work the most I could study. I was reading books, listening to podcasts, like really, really feeling it, understanding vibration and energy and positivity, and how everything has energy. And because of that, how you react in everyday life equates to what you're given back in everyday life. So then I started putting two and two together, and I realized, oh, well, that's probably why my identity got hacked, or that's probably why I had a bad breakup with the 3-year relationship, or that's probably why I keep spending all of my money on vet bills, because my dog kept getting sick. And that's why like businesses weren't doing good, because I just didn't really care anymore. So I had this mental clarity, I guess, and honestly, not a lot of people get it the way I get it. I was blessed from my mom. She awoke in me to the realization that if I didn't do something, I was going to definitely die at a young age and live a very, very negative, bitter life up until death. And she also made me realize that that's not who I was. Like, I wasn't really ever a negative person. I mean, my whole entire life, I've always been a happy, go lucky, energetic, silly human being. While I'm not as silly as I used to be before, I mean, I can still crack a joke or two, but I think I've obviously definitely become a lot more serious due to everything going on, but it was just her way of saying enough is enough, and I'm here for you, and this is not the way Caroline needs to live life. You have so much more potential. And honestly, that's when I woke up. And it was an amazing feeling. I can't say that any of you guys will get this feeling, but I can say I hope through my explanation of law of attraction and meditation, or not meditation is important, but manifestation work, you guys have that epiphany of maybe I can do something better in my life too. So essentially, here's the gist. You can make as many excuses as you want. You can say whatever you want. You can think whatever you want. But your life right now, whether in a good way or a bad way, is all because of you, your energy, and your choices. I honestly believe that when we're born, we are given a linear path to our success, right? And the universe or God or Buddha or whoever is that higher source that you believe in, which there is definitely a higher source out there, so definitely believe in that. But you can make up a name. It could be George for all I care. George has given you this linear path to success. Now, as humans, as we grow, right, we're birthed into this world, which is absolutely phenomenal, right? Birthing a child, like holy moly. I don't have kids, but I saw my sister almost first-handed, but not the actual labor part. And I've just heard stories and watched videos and what have you. So a female and a male create a human being that the female carries around and literally projects this amazing being out of her body. And so you start as a baby. You have your senses, but you don't really understand the way life works yet. So the only people you look up to keep you on this linear path to success are your parents and probably your siblings. So you grow into a toddler, you grow into a young adult, a teenager, you go through college, you meet different people throughout this. And as you grow, you make mistakes, right? You stray off this linear path. Now, when you're younger, the universe will almost forgive you, so redirect you towards the linear path. But as you get older, it's your choice. It's your choice to either keep straying off this linear path to success or come back to it and make changes in your life to continue on this path of success. Now, how does law of attraction work? Law of attraction is saying if you produce a specific feeling, a specific type of energy, typically positive or negative, you will create a positive and or negative effect, response, action, modem, success in your life. And notice how I said you, because I talked about excuses, which I almost talked about again today because I was listening to the radio and they were saying an average human being makes 6 excuses a day, which equates to over 2,000 excuses a year towards doing something better for themselves, but that's a whole other topic. So notice how I say you. It's not your grandma, your mom, your dad, your siblings, your spouse, your kids, your dog, your cat, your plant, your boss, your water, your soda, your cake that you just engulf. It's not anything other than you that dictates your life and that creates specific actions and responses in your life. So the law of attraction is saying, okay, hey girlfriend, I'm the universe and I will listen to you. I will give you what you want, but only if what you want keeps you or brings you back to that linear path of success. I will not give you negativity, but I will show you that there is a shit ton of negativity in this world. I will not give you failure, but I will make sure you fail so you understand. I will not give you money, but I will make you understand the concept of money so that you're more grateful for it. I will not give you exactly what you want the minute you speak it or think it, but I will trick you a little. I will agitate you a little. I will test you a little. And if you pass my test, I will give you what you want. This is the universe talking. And you can call me crazy or not, but when you think about certain actions in your life that has happened in a positive and or negative way, and if you think of it in a way of, well, all of this happened because of the energy that I was putting out created this negative or positive response, you really start to second guess a lot of things and a lot of excuses and a lot of blames that you put on other people. Because, see, we can blame the mailman for running late on mail. We can blame the restaurant for giving us too big of proportions. We can blame Netflix for sucking us in and binge watching TV. We can blame exercise for making us do it all the time to the point of exhaustion and extreme weight loss, right? We can blame our dog for ripping up our trash all over the house. We can blame our spouse for not putting dinner together on time and the kids having to go to bed late. But if you think about it, your energy affected all of those things in some way. So your energy actually is the one to blame here. Your energy told your spouse, because he or she felt your energy, and it told them, you know what, she's not in a good mood, so you might want to stay a little bit late at work. Or your energy told your dog, you know, your owner is just really not doing good. She's just putting all this negativity out. She's running herself to the ground. She's completely burnt out, but she's doing it to herself, which means she doesn't have time for you. So yeah, you're bored. You're probably going to go chew the trash can. Your energy is literally telling the mail to be late. If you are anticipating something because you feel like it needs to be rushed and there on time, your energy is saying no. Because especially when it's a negative type of energy, it's just going to keep building up. Because what you're essentially saying is, okay, universe, I didn't pass your test and I want a negative life. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with being overweight. I'm fine with being tired. I'm fine with being depressed. I'm fine with having issues with food. I'm fine with being too thin. I'm fine with my gray hair. I'm fine with my kids being spoiled. I'm fine with my dog wrecking my house. I'm fine with not having the amount of money in my bank account. I'm fine with being broke. So your energy is literally telling the universe, I'm giving up. I can't stay on this linear path, so you might as well give up on me too. And as tough as that is, we need to hear it, because a lot of people, they like soup the law of attraction up to say like, oh yeah, well if you think overnight you're gonna have $1 million, the universe will bless you with $1 million. But it doesn't work like that, because the universe tests you, and it also is making a tally on your life. It's tracking how many times you've gone off that linear path and how long it took you to go back on it. And ultimately, if you really, really messed up, and I really want to swear here, but I'm trying to keep it PG. If you really messed up and keep messing up, it's going to take you 10 times harder to fix that life, because it's going to take the universe 10 times longer to trust in you again. Because, I mean, the universe, God, your higher power has millions and billions of other people to worry about who actually care. who actually want to better their life, their mindset, their finances, their relationships, right? So if you're not going to give it all, if you're not going to give that positive, energetic, enthusiastic energy every day, saying, I want this, I need it now, I will do anything to get it now, the universe is just going to go to someone else who's thinking that. And this topic took me a while to understand. But once I understand it, guys, I'm telling you, so my biggest thing was I was broke. Like, checking my bank account way too often, worrying about every single dollar I spent, wondering if I could afford my mortgage, wondering if I should take out money from my stocks, which I did, wondering, how the hell am I going to make some more money in my life? And I constantly stressed about it, constantly, because not only could I not afford the house that I bought, but I kept finding other ways to spend my money in emergency forms, right? Emergencies kept coming up that ordered me to spend money on them, right? I was not splurging. And it was a lot of like failure, because I always had this envision that I was going to be a millionaire, and a millionaire by 30. And here I was, 26, 27, nowhere close to that. Like, not even half, a third, not even a penny close to that. And I beat myself up about it, but I stressed about it, which told the universe, I can't do anything else, so you might as well continue making me broke, right? You might as well not do anything to help me with this, because I have such a negative connotation towards money and wealth that just give up on me, and maybe you can try some other area in life, but you might as well go focus on someone else. And it did. The universe did, for sure, because it only got worse from there. But a friend of mine, an amazing mentor, maybe I'll get her on this podcast once in a while, because I do truly believe now in manifestation and the universe and God's work, or my mom's work, right? And I used to go to college with her, and I kept seeing her randomly pop up on my Facebook page, right? Why does this happen? I haven't spoken to her. I honestly forgot about her. I haven't liked any of her stuff. So why is this algorithm showing me her information? So I clicked, I reached out to her, said hi. I told her the story, like, Facebook keeps showing me your stuff. What are you up to? She explains, and now she's creating a meditation and manifestation course. Funny how that ties in, right? So she told me, actually forced me. I told her my situation. I told her, I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do with my life. Can you help me? She, of course, said yes, because she was running an online business and could help me that way financially. But she said, nothing will change in your life until you read this book called The Magic. You've got to believe in the power of gratitude, manifestation, and the law of attraction, or all the other laws of success. But you've got to read The Magic. And after you read The Magic, we can talk further. And I was like, oh, what? Like, that's weird. I only read nonfiction books these days to ease my mind. No, I've always been a reader, but at the time I was definitely not reading as much and way into nonfiction books to kind of escape from reality. So I took her up on it. I was like, okay, she said it was a 28 gratitude challenge. And she was like, literally, you got to commit to the 28 days. Otherwise, it's not going to work. I was like, all right, fine, right? What do I have to lose? More bitterness? Bring it on. So I read the book called The Magic by Rhonda Barnes, I think. She's the one who wrote The Secret, which is, I think, on Netflix. And The Secret's about law of attraction. And The Magic is all about the power of gratitude and actually being grateful even though you might not have anything. So I committed to it. I wrote daily. I did my gratitude journal. I grabbed my gratitude rock. I didn't really think things were changing, and then I got to the money section in the book, and all of a sudden, oddly enough, I could sell stuff that was listed on Letgo and Craigslist and Facebook a lot quicker. And before I knew it, $100, $300, $800, I was getting money. I didn't even realize it though. So I finished the magic, and yes, my life totally changed. But then she says, okay, now go read A Happy Pocket Full of Money because it connects you to your money mindset more. Money mindset, what the hell is that? I love money. I have a great money mindset. Nah, you probably don't. Otherwise, you would be a billionaire by now. So I read A Happy Pocket Full of Money. I don't know which book changed my life more. Probably The Happy Pocket, because the way he speaks just blew my mind. And honestly, the minute I finished that book, I had no care about money. And I will tell you, I've spent thousands. I'm not going to tell you how much thousands, because my family probably will be listening to this episode and call me crazy, which I don't really care anymore. But I've spent thousands of dollars in investing in my mind, my business, my money mindset within only 4 months. Now, how the hell are you going to explain to me, someone who's broke, who barely could pay a mortgage, did not have any savings, spending thousands without having to take a credit card loan or a bank loan, could pay it off, still on time, everything good, and still making more money? How does that happen, right? I didn't get another job. I wasn't selling my services yet. How was this money coming into my bank account? And I'll tell you how. The law of attraction, guys. I gave myself up to the universe, and I told the universe, after many weeks of the universe trusting me, I'm ready. I've read these books. I've done the practice. I finally understand. I mean it this time. I'm getting myself back on that linear path of success, and I'm going to freaking crush it. And you know what? I am a millionaire. This goes back to last week's topic, and this is when I had the realization that in order to become a millionaire, I've got to literally think that I already am and start living a life of a millionaire. So I did, and I literally don't look at my bank account. I mean, I check it maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, just to make sure the money coming in is obviously going in, because I get excited about it, right? But I don't even think I could care less. I don't even think about it anymore. In fact, I've literally been giving my money away. Oh, my dad's gonna love this. A girl reached out to me on Instagram like, hey, I'm struggling to feed my kids. Do you mind sending me she didn't say how much, sending me money, like a grocery gift card? And I said, hell yeah, what a great idea. I would love to do that. Here's $150. If that was me last year, I would have been like, hell no, girlfriend, you need to be sending me money because I'm broke as shit. What are you talking about? But I switched my money mindset. I switched my energy. I switched my vibration. And the law of attraction and the universe said, you're good. You can give that girl $150. You can give her really whatever you want, because I got your back. I will make sure you aren't broke anymore, right? Now, I'm not a millionaire right now. I am not racking in millions of dollars, but honestly, I know I will, and I have a really, really amazing feeling that I still will by 30, which for me is only 2 years from now. And it's an amazing feeling, but I don't even worry about it anymore. And since I've made this switch, this realization, law of attraction, I've been able to attract other amazing things in my life. And now I can safe to say I do have a purpose to live. I do care about wearing my seatbelt more often and being a little bit more careful. But of course, life is short. You gotta live it. But I miss my mom, but I will see her up in heaven when it's my time, but that time's going to be a lot longer than just 30. It's going to be definitely past 80 at this point. But I have this, because I had this mental, vibrational, energetic shift, everything in my life, guys, I have been having And of course I work on this all the time because like I always tell people, it's 10 times harder to be a happy person than it is a sad person, but it's easier to smile than frown. So think about that for a second. But when you make this realization, and you gotta work on it, right? Because you gotta earn the universe's trust back. You literally can do whatever the hell you want to do. And if you want success in finance, personal, mindset, relationship, spouse, sibling, parents, kids, if you want success in any of that, you can do it. If you let your mind go that direction, and if you tell the universe you're giving up to them, you're giving up to the universe, right? You're letting the universe guide you more and always, you can get whatever success you want in life. And it's funny because there's only a handful of successful people in this world. There are people who work their ass off but don't see success. The difference between the two is they might want success, but person A doesn't believe in themselves. And person B always believes in themselves and puts themselves number one first and always. That's the difference. Because letter A will continue to struggle no matter how hard or how badly they want success, but they don't believe in themselves, which creates a negative environment and energy and vibration, whether they know it or not. Person B, the successful people, which there's only, 10% in the entire world, those people, they know what they want. They know how to get it because they trust, they believe in themselves, they think positivity always, and they've given up to the universe to guide them through every action in life. And the universe blesses those people because they stay on the path to linear success. So the universe is going to give them success. Person A is trying, right? But the universe is confused because, dude, you're trying, but why do you still want to kill yourself? Or why do you still get so angry at your spouse? Or why do you beat yourself up when you get a bad review from your boss? I would love to help you, but I physically can't because you've got to make that step to give up to me, get back on that linear path of success, and commit to my guidance. And then, yes, me being the universe, I will lead you towards whatever success you want in life. And that, my friends, is a 30-minute podcast episode on the law of attraction and manifestation work. I hope you liked this episode. I am not going to go any further, even though I could talk about this topic for hours because I've literally witnessed it. So if you want me to explain further, seriously, just reach out to me. You can find me online, of course, through the podcast, which you can listen to on basically all the platforms at this point. Thank you for the amazing support, the feedback, the comments, the likes, the shares, the telling of your friends and family. As always, if you think this episode was like super killer, super motivational, please share it because that's how the word gets out. And the more we can manifest and become positive together and ambitious together, the better the world's gonna get. I mean, it all comes down to that. So, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. It's 9:30. I'm exhausted. You might be exhausted. My dog's snoring. So thanks so much for listening and have a beautiful, beautiful night. See ya. Thanks for listening to this episode. If you got some value or just feel fired up, I would love for you to take a screenshot and tag me in your Instagram stories. It's always so motivating to see you getting the inspiration you needed to level up for my podcast. I'm going to keep showing up and bringing my best self to these episodes, and I encourage you to do the same. If you think a friend or family member would enjoy this episode, I would love for you to share the ambition. I can't wait to chat next week, but until then, keep being ambitious, A.